I want to like to know your views concerning the present administration and the Buhari administration, the achievements of the government and some of the failures of the government. What can you say about that? So you've not seen any achievements so far. Know your feelings concerning this present administration, the Buhari administration. You want to know what you can say concerning the achievements of the present government and some of the failures of the present government.
The present administration really it started well, but along the line it has a lot of lapses and there are achievements also involved. I will start with the failures. The lapses the government has the lapses people have seen in this government is the way certain things have gone, like for instance in Kaduna State. In Kaduna State under the administration of Buhari, even though he influenced some people, but he has people that have been affected. Many, it's like many of them were not in line with what the civil service rules and regulations entails, because it has completely condemned the rules and regulations of civil service. The civil service conditional rules and regulations says we should, if people should be retired on yearly basis, those who are due, and they should be given their entitlement when due. Now, the number of people that have been affected, actually, many of them have not been able to reach the number of years they're supposed to serve. Even though the rules, the circular which was brought out by the government was for retrenchment, or rather for people supposed to go, is that people who went to primary school and secondary school who could not go to school to further their education to enhance their promotion. Then if they have served long, then they should give way for people to come in again, another people to come in again for employment. And people who are also due for retirement, and people who still have 1 year or 2 years to go, then people who have still 2 years or 1 year should be able to go, because they promise you will pay them, because they still have some years. Now the exercise went beyond that, and the issue of saying primary and secondary is going to involve many people who are graduates, who were even took permission to go to school. They were in their program, some have finished, and some have tendered their welcome graduation results that they have submitted. Yes, congratulatory letters given to some of them, and they have only served maybe 14 years in service, of which the rules and regulations of civil service does not allow such people to be just to go like that. Actually, under such conditions, areas, there are serious lapses. Those areas are such areas that bring pains to people, and it has rendered them shameless in their families. They have these are categories of people who are still strong, who are bringing up young ones who are coming up in schools and other areas. They have cut them short and they could not pay them. And this is the most painful area that is even weakening people to even have hope for this government. Because the essence of people working is to be able to revive the nation. Reviving a nation is not just the circle area, but the human beings, the people that live. If you are working, you don't have anybody who can cater.
Sir, I would like to know from you some of the achievements and the failures of this present government, the Buhari administration, your view and then your mind about it.
Thank you, my brother. The failure of this government, first of all, is the government is not carrying the masses along. The masses are left behind. You see, when you're a masses and you apply for a job, you cannot get it. Because some people use this word, I have a godfather, they enjoy it by themselves. I want to tell the government, especially this regime, this Buhari government, to be able to remember the masses. The masses are crying. The masses are there, very intelligent, but they cannot have proper job. They are there, they are suffering here and there, trying to make a living in their lives, but they are not recognized. So the government should check towards it and understand what is happening in Nigeria. The masses are not getting it right. And let me talk about the uniformed personnel, especially the soldiers. The soldiers should be able to check, the general chief of army staff should be able to check, because some of these masses that people cannot help them, they are there, they will train to the last end, to the last lap. It will remain only 1 month, and before you realize he has been sacked out from the army recruitment. After he has known how to shoot, he has known all the tactics, and you sack him out. Why can't we get criminals in Nigeria? You can get as many criminals in Nigeria, because you cannot train me for a good 6 months, and in the process of 1 week you sack me. Do you think with that training I have, should I go and sit hunger? I cannot stay hunger to eat me up. I have to do my possible best to get what I want. So that is why you find out that criminals are much in Nigeria. You find out that all these crises are right here because they are not. You can't employ, you can't train somebody and you didn't give him a job. It's nonsense. Please, the government should check towards that. The general chief of army staff should check towards that. Our own president, President Muhammadu Buhari, should check it. Should not only give a room for a forum or something and allow people to go. He should go ahead and check over that thing. Well, by the time he check over that thing by himself, thorough supervision. Yes, thorough supervision. Is that thing being delivered? When that thing is being delivered, then people will be afraid to make it.
So, what you know, your feeling concerning the Buhari administration, this present government, some of the achievements and some of the failures of the government.
Human beings, we are not complete. The way I see it, the government is trying, but it's only some of the people that maybe government will put in one aspect or the other. They will not be able to move on with what the government is doing. So actually, people are trying, but it is not easy to control many things. You understand? But sometimes they say it is easier to control animals than to control human beings. Because we human beings, most of us, we have let me say, maybe I say some of character. Some of human beings have some head, and some of them are loyal. So human beings are not equal. So government are trying, but because of human being character, so they have many.
Allah ya kara mana zaman lafiya, su kuma Allah ya ba su haƙurin jimrewa da sarautar da Allah ya dora su. Allah ya kare su gaba daya.
Things you feel concerning present government.
Ra'ayin wani yanzu ba taɓa cin abinda gwamnati ya ce ba nake ce sarki na shi ke bani ban taɓa cin wani abu da gwamnati haka nan balantanan ce na sun daɗi ko wani wahalar shi ni kawai na kan fada shi wani gwamnati nake ci na jin daɗin shi to ni da abin da zan yi faɗi ne yanzu ne Allah ya ba mana kasuwa dan dai wannan wahalar da Allah na riga ya ce Allah dai kawai ya fa mana cewa ya ka bayani ake
Good morning, my brother. We would like to know from you your feeling concerning this present government, the Buhari administration, the achievements and some of the failures of the government.
As you can see now, lots of things are moving incorrectly, and at times people are complaining about this government, and it is true. Things are not moving fine. So we have nothing to say. Only God has final conclusion. That's what I have.
What can you say about the administration?
Government is in danger, understand? But the only thing I want to advise the government they are doing when it's not bad for me, they cannot just go ahead and do something that is from their mind. Let them just receive view of the people, so that make use of the view of the people. They cannot just go direct to their mind. That is the only problem I have with this government. But if you talk about the government, it's normal, no problem. Everything is moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just that the mind of the people are not known. Thank you very much.
They are not using the mind of the people. They just do it by their own. So that is the only problem.
Thank you, sir.
From the people, we've heard so many things from them concerning the present government, the Buhari administration, both the achievements and the failures. And then the major matter people talked about carrying people along and the issue of unemployment in the nation. Reporting John Mighty, Naija Center.